Welcome back. For a lot of folks, the holidays, unfortunately, can be filled with conversational landmines. Look, families are getting together, so there's lots of topics, alcohol flows, and people feel like they can just ask you whatever. And one of those topics is about kids. And that can be a tough topic for a lot of families for a lot of different reasons, especially for couples who might be dealing with infertility, for example. So this morning, Andrea Syrtash is with us, and you are an expert. You're the founder of pregnantish.com, and these are conversations that families have had to deal with for years.
Yes.
But we're kind of in a better place where at least we can stand up and be like, that's kind of inappropriate.
Well, some of us, but that's a good point, but some of us actually dread the holidays because we don't feel like we can say that. And I'm here to say, you can say that.
All right, so let's tell folks how they can say it and give us some advice. So you're walking into a situation, you know that you have a nosy mom, dad, brother, sister, whoever.
Yes.
Can you do something to prepare?
You can. I think you need to be prepared in advance to answer questions you may not want to be faced with, like, why don't you have a baby, or when are you having a baby? If you're going through something like infertility, that can be a really hard question to try to navigate because you're already feeling badly about it, and then someone's reminding you, and there's a whole audience watching your answer. So you can just simply say something like, if there's any big news, I promise you'll know it. And you just change the topic.
I like it.
So don't feel like you have to sit and give a lengthy explanation. Just have your one sentence.
You don't owe anybody an explanation,
You don't owe anybody an explanation. And if people keep pressing you, you can even make a joke of it. How about them? Well, what's the big team here that you want to throw to?
Yeah.
How about them Seahawks?
Yeah.
That's a good. You could tell I'm not a sports person,
no,
but that's a good way to just segue and joke about it. I don't want to talk about this.
Because you're not making the person who's asking the question feel uncomfortable, but you are clearly saying, I don't want to talk about this. Let's talk about this instead.
That's absolutely right. I mean, people stay, when are you getting married? If you come with a significant other and you've been together for years, also inappropriate.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about this kind of news. Big news needs to be initiated by the people sharing the news, not by other people asking about it.
Which leads me to the next question. Is there a way, maybe I'm the nosy one, maybe I'm the one who drank too much wine. Can I ever appropriately ask my sister when she's getting married or having a kid, or I just never ask?
Here's the general rule. You can ask, but not in front of a Thanksgiving table.
Okay, good.
So you don't want an audience, just standing by when you ask a personal question. Just not the right time or place.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Now, what about, this is kind of along those lines, what about when I know something or other people don't know something, or just you don't know who knows what?
Yes. Well, Thanksgiving is just a time of gratitude, so I want to remind everyone to just be in that spirit, which is we're all together, we're gathered, we're grateful. That we don't need to bring up stressful topics. I mean, why? Like, that's not the time. That's not the point of a Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. So, can I step in if someone is doing this to someone else? Like, is there a good way to sort of do that? Be like, oh, I see my sister's getting kind of questioned. Like, I can grab her. Or how do I do that?
Absolutely. Well, the big thing when someone's going through a hard time, whether it's a breakup or infertility or anything else, and you know about it, and you're feeling for that person when that person's put on the spot, absolutely swoop in and take that person away, or say, oh, I want to show you, you can help intervene. Absolutely. I think it's really important when we're going through a hard time to know who our people are at the table.
Yeah, right.
Who will be there for us.
I have been in this situation where I've actually identified people in advance and been like, when grandma asks me about this, please step in and help me get out of it. So yeah, knowing who your allies
absolutely
is awesome. What about, the helpful advice? Like maybe they're not asking you, but they have something to say about it.
Okay, so advice is the devil when it comes to an issue like infertility. The CDC defines infertility as a disease, and people will say things like, why don't you just relax and it'll work? And when you have blocked tubes or other issues, that's not going to help. So advice, do not give advice to someone struggling to conceive. I can't stress that enough. The best thing to say if you want to say something is, I'm thinking of you, or how can I help, or how are you doing? So if you want to show that you care, you can still show that you care without offering unsolicited advice.
That's the key right there. Oh, fantastic. Great advice, Andrea. Thank you very much for being here. Pregnantish.com for more information, more resources, all of the stuff that you're writing about. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.